The hellish city of Chaxis Tus had fallen under attack by demons. After defeating the last Vrock who flew in before them, the party made their way to the manufactory, from which they would procure weapons and armor to assist in the final stage of Sykin's mission. They found a large facility, drawing upon the fiery lava bubbling up from the ground. The friends crept inside, where Tess decided to don the pretense that she was a military inspector, a guise that played to her benefit until the party stumbled upon one of the Duragar blacksmiths in a small southern room who may have found them out. In a large chamber in the rear of the facility, a lone Duragar stood hammering away at a weapon in front of a huge, glowing forge. Tess insisted their help was needed, and the dwarf took off down the hallway, giving the party the chance they needed to procure the armaments cache nearby. However, before they could exit the manufactory, three of the stoic guards approached, blocking the way out. But they're enshrouded in darkness, though, because he threw the charcoal, and so I believe that
Yes.
block should still be there. Hopefully, that's
It,
that's
yeah,
actually showing up. The
believe yeah, the last thing that happened was basically Tess tossed the charcoal, like a smoke bomb kind of effect, and now she is concentrating on keeping that smoke bomb alive.
all right. So I believe we had a turn order. Yep, there it is. Okay, and it looks like Ian Fear is currently at the top of it.
She can concentrate on this for up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it was about this area that the gate was, I believe. But
Yeah, I would recommend trying to feel your way out if possible.
and yeah, the only thing that can the only thing way to look through the darkness is with magical light. Uh,
Which way are you
see what I
going?
got.
Where do you want to move to?
I think it's like this space.
Real quick, if anyone has access to thaumaturgy at this point, you might be able to make it sound like we are speaking from some point in the darkness to make guards turn around if they're in there. Because you can make like a sound originate from a certain point. Just a
Actually,
thought.
what I think I'll do is I'm going to use my uh, minor illusion cantrip, and uh, I'm gonna create the sounds of combat coming from where would that be? Well, it is 30 feet is this range, so I want to say it can be up to. Where am I? I'm going to create a sound of combat that's coming from this area over here in this yarded area.
Do you have to be able to see the area?
It doesn't say so. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, lions roar.
Okay, and you're creating it from.
So I'm creating the sounds of combat coming from. Hang on. Like around basically this area over here.
Okay.
And then, for my movement, I'm going to move to about here. And then I'm just going to keep a listen to see if I can hear the guards shuffling towards this area behind me,
Okay.
or I guess in front of me. And that'll be my turn.
They don't actually appear to have initiative rolls, so give me a second.
Right.
Kind of manually do this portion. Okay, let's go to me. All right, so you just casted the minor illusion cantrip.
And then created
noise
sounds
is emanating from outside, and
I moved.
So this is the sounds of combat, correct?
Yes, and I want it to be loud as possible.
Okay.
Are you trying to make it sound like it's coming from the hallway beyond the gate that we're trying to get access to?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I want them. Well, I want them to at least maybe go down that gate, and then
if they leave it open, we can flank or something, if possible.
Yeah, well, that, or I mean, as another option, if we want to, maybe we draw enough attention down there, and then we just go out the front door.
Okay. It was just I was trying to visualize what the plan was.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
That should be it.
All right, Val'faelen. Let's see. Okay. Val'faelen's going to move up into the darkness. Let's see if he... Ouch. So Val'faelen starts to move up toward the gate, but he gets stopped by by an object in the darkness that he cannot see. Runs into it and kind of just comes to a complete halt. Rack, you're up.
All right. So, did anyone say out loud what the plan for escape was?
I don't believe so.
No, not so far.
All right. So, Rex under the impression that we're trying to make it down this hallway that we saw out there. So,
okay.
20. So he's gonna move up to touch the wall, is where he thinks it is, and then move around to find that gate and see if he can get through to that hallway.
Okay, I'd like you to go ahead and roll a perception check. Just perception. Right. Let's go ahead and roll this with disadvantage.
Oh, well.
Just roll it one more time.
All right, took that lovely 20, and now it's an 8.
Oh.
So at an 8. Okay, so you start to feel around, and what did you say that you're looking for again?
So I'm reaching out to feel the wall, work my way up to where I think the corner is somewhere in here, and then over to where I remember where the gate was. And if I can get through that gate to make my way down the hallway.
Ian Fear, you feel a very strong hand upon your buttocks.
Hey, buy me dinner first.
Realizing that it's Ianfear, you continue to move east along the wall. You come to a corner and start to feel the gate.
All right. Does it seem to have any kind of latch or mechanism, or can I just push it open?
You, as you start to lift this gate, it lifts up. It opens.
Okay.
Not sure if I don't think I included a lighting layer for that. No, I didn't. Okay. So it opens. However, to your right, you can hear something, though you can't make out what it is.
Okay.
That would be to your west.
All right. Well, then, since I've got the gate open, how heavy is it? Does it seem like somebody else might have trouble with it?
Nah.
All right. I'm gonna hold it open and be like, and just wait for the party to try to make their way through.
Okay.
So, end my turn there.
Okay. You hear some footsteps to your north, to the north of you.
Mm-hmm.
So coming from behind you, and a very deep and raspy voice says, "Drop your weapons. Surrender, and no one will be hurt." Okay. Let me go ahead. Okay. Whoops. Something brushes by you. You feel sort of like a cold metallic substance sort of brush up against you. Seems like it moved out the gate.
Okay. I just keep holding the gate open then.
Tess, you're up.
Thinking real quick. This action, Tess is just going to still continue to concentrate on holding up the range of darkness, hoping that the guards will follow the sound.
You can still move if you need to.
Okay. Tess is going to step just outside of the darkness bubble and just hold her ground for now.
Okay. Ianfear, you're up.
All right. Well, let's start trying to. I think I'm gonna try to feel my way around this wall and see if I can find this passage. Like to right here, I guess.
Go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Let me see if I. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. All right. All right. And you said this was perception?
Yes.
Okay. So a 10.
So as you shuffle around the corner, you kind of trace the wall at that point. You've Wreck Bloodstone. You feel a hand slight upon your buttocks.
I'll put one arm out and kind of halt his progress and be like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Looks like they're moving through.
You get to about here when he does that.
Okay. And then, well, let me see how much further I can do this cantrip then. I mean, or did you say there was more courtyard, like sort of outside this area here?
No courtyard. The
Just
fenced-in section reached around to the south. You think?
all right. Do we remember what we would have seen that was outside this building? Like, is this more just sort of like lava area then?
There are more buildings out there, so that's probably like an alleyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's as a cantrip, since it's a cantrip, let's continue this assault with the minor illusion, and then we'll throw another one going out this way.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Wreck Bloodstone. You feel a hand upon your shoulder. It's cold and very metallic feeling.
All right. I'm like, fighting's that way.
Suddenly, there is pain upon you as a blade cleaves into your shoulder.
Son of a...
We've got 7 slashing damage and 21 necrotic damage coming at you.
Okay.
Again, the low, sort of booming and crackled voice echoes through this chamber. All of you hear this, and it says, "Drop your weapons. You won't have to get hurt." Rec, I'm adjusting your hit points right now.
Okay.
Did you have resistance to any of that?
No, I'm not raging at this point, so.
Okay. Rec is wounded. All right. Once again, feeling around. See what happens with Val here. In fear, you feel a hand upon your shoulder. That hand uses it to guide himself sort of around to the north of you. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Do this. Hopefully this is the... Wait, actually... No, he doesn't know that that's there. Okay. Rec, you're up.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting felt up by everyone today.
All right. currently don't have any weapons drawn, so that's why I'm wondering what he wants me to drop my weapon for. I go, fine, and just drop the sack of weapons.
Val'faelen, hearing this, also drops his weapons. Go ahead and leave them in your inventory, though. Don't remove them from your inventory, please.
Okay.
Just consider that they are dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you hear the voice, drop your weapons, and no one gets hurt.
Already dead!
Ian Fear, Tess?
I mean, I'm assuming Tess heard it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
like
really
right
my
there.
turn, so I can't do anything yet.
Oh, you can. As a reaction, you can choose to drop your weapons right now if you'd like.
All Tess has been doing is just concentrating. She doesn't have any weapons out.
Okay, but they're asking you to remove and drop your weapons. Do you drop your weapons?
No.
Okay. Ian Fear? Ian Fear? Can you hear me?
Whoops, sorry, I was muted.
There you go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. What?
I'll drop them.
Okay. Ian Fear drops his weapon as well. Tess, you gonna hang on to those weapons?
Yeah. It's just my staff, and Tess doesn't drop her staff.
Okay.
Quarterstaff, at least. Nope.
Rick, did
But
you have any
she's
other
also
actions?
busy concentrating, so it's not like I'm willing to stop what I'm doing and pull and drop my weapons.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nah, I got one hand holding them back behind me and one hand holding the gate up, so.
All right. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, that is correct. Okay. Oh, oh no. All right. 3 attacks come in. 1 strikes Val'faelen. You gonna let me roll damage, buddy? Okay. Whew. All right, so you all hear Val'faelen cry out in pain after a slashing noise seems to connect with his armor. Okay. Tess, you're up.
Right at this point, Tess will go ahead and drop her concentration on it to remove the shadow. The darkness. I remove the darkness.
So now you're a sorcerer of light.
Oh my god.
Not removing on my end.
Why is it not removing? Why is it not moving? Does that work?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Technical difficulties.
Roll 20 plus. There we go.
I can see
Yay.
again.
There
Yeah.
we go. Okay, so it looks like maybe one of them went down the hallway. So
But
after
they're-
she drops concentration, Tess is going to shout out, drop the gate. We'll focus on these two.
Rec, I'll let you take the take a reaction to drop the gate if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just let it fall.
Okay. Val chimes in. Can you damage it to lock the other outside?
Give me a minute.
Yeah, you think that might be possible.
Okay.
Tess, any other actions?
Yeah, actually, if I can. I'm gonna do a prayer of healing. So up to 6 creatures of my choice that I can see within range. Be able to regain hit points.
Okay.
That would be pretty much anyone who got damaged, if anyone did. I still don't see Rex health bar on my end, so I just want to make sure that I can heal him.
Checking on that.
Like one of my few AoE heals that I have.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And Val, so like Val and Rec would be healed.
Okay. So be 19. Okay. Both are healed.
Right.
Ian Fear, you're up. Ian Fear takes a 5-foot step.
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. Yeah, so now I see what we're facing. I'm going to take a 5-foot step behind Val. I'm going to let some of the magic flow through me, and we are going to cast Chaos Bolt targeting this guy.
All right.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I don't know why it did that at advantage. It should only have been normal.
In that case, we just take the first roll, which is 14.
Yeah.
And that would be a hit.
All right. And then it will deal. So at first level.
13.
6, 3, and 4. So 13. And it is, let's see what kind of damage this will be. 6 and 3. Fire. Neither of these are good choices. It'll be poison damage.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, he lets the magic wild out. This energy turns into like this viscous green blob, and it strikes him with this poison damage. And with that, will be my turn.
Your bolt pelts into the guard, but it seems ineffective. The guard seems unfazed by it completely. All right. This guard is going to go ahead and make 3 attacks against Val'faelen. One of them strikes.
Ooh.
Val'faelen is at death's door. These guys hear Val'faelen wince in pain as this blade cuts through his armor. Sort of this black smoke kind of rises off him following the cut.
Looking at Val'faelen, he's already thrown down his weapon, right?
Val'faelen has thrown down his weapon, yes.
All right.
Val'faelen is going to spend his turn picking his weapon up. Rek, you're up.
All right. Rek's going to go into a rage and go ahead and hoist the weapon that he had on behind him under his cloak and strike at the guy right in front of him and raise his shield.
All right.
And smash into him.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
17.
That is a hit.
All right. And I click the thing for damage. So.
Yep.
And that should, there should be +2 for rage. Let me go ahead and click that for the next one.
All right.
So, second attack. 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 15 damage as well.
+2 for the rage.
Yeah.
All right. So you smash bravely into the guard, effectively denting his armor. But otherwise, he looks. He doesn't look the worse for wear.
Uh-huh.
All right, Death Knight. Making 3 attacks against Val'faelen. Val'faelen drops. The guard, once more, in the low booming voice, says, "Drop your weapons." The other guard moves up toward the gate and takes his turn lifting it.
Mm-hmm.
Tess, you're up.
Tess will go ahead and drop her quarterstaff. But can she also try to approach Val and do spare the dying? Should help at least stabilize him.
He's stable.
He's already stable?
Yeah, you've stabilized him with that.
Okay. Awesome. So she would be right here at this point. But her quarterstaff is down and she's just like holding her hands to her side.
The guards take a few moments to kind of rally you all into a group. Rack your rage ends. Val'faelen is unconscious but stable. They start to collect your belongings. They throw them into various sacks and kind of take your stuff and sort of hoist it over one of them's shoulders. And they lead you out of the building. All right. Everyone should have view of Chaxis Tuss at this point. Is that right?
Number are we?
We're about 7.
You know, you guys were at 7. Okay. So they take your personal effects, all of your belongings, and all of even all of the stuff that you just stole, and they, you know, all in these sacks. They take it with them. So you guys kind of follow along. They kind of just drag Val behind, so kind of like tie rope to his to like his ankle, and they're kind of dragging him behind them.
If I can, I'll pick him up. I'll just hoist him over his shoulder.
Okay, sure, you can do that. And they proceed to march you through town toward the north gate here. Well, not really much of a gate, but you start to see the city sort of fizzle out before you. And
Didn't see your ping.
did that jump you to it? Okay. So they take you along the road out toward the north gate. It's a very long walk. Very long walk, and you're sort of in this marching order behind them. Moving along the north road, they kind of just continue to very quietly lead you along. I guess the question is, does anybody want to take actions here?
Well, Tess doesn't really have to have anything on her in order to be able to perform cure wounds. So if she's able to place her hand on Val, she can at least help him hopefully wake up.
Go ahead and roll. No, you wait for a moment when the guards aren't looking, and then you place a hand upon Val, and yeah, you can heal him. Go ahead and roll it. Ooh, okay. 10 plus 26. Assuming that you're higher level casting it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Rek, Val's healed. He sort of wakes up. He's still quite injured. So you know, he kind of struggles against you, and you set him down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. What happened?
You know, they kind of beat on us until you went down.
One of the guards looks back over his shoulders, and everyone stops. He says, "The prisoners will remain silent." They turn back around and they continue to lead you on down the road. Before long, you come to a new place, just along the north road. So you guys will be entering. Oh, did it not switch you guys over? That should have switched you guys over. What?
I see Fort.
Fort Nazakar?
Yeah.
Let me try toggling it off and on, seeing if that. Okay. Looks like that worked for everybody. Okay. So you guys come in, approach this around the south area here. They start to walk you in through the gates when you are approached by a very strange looking demon, or a devil, I'm sorry, who kind of exudes this puff of smoke that causes you all to fall unconscious. Go ahead and roll wisdom saves. Or actually, no. I'm sorry. Let's call it a constitution save. All right. Ian Fear waiting on you.
Okay, give me a sec.
Oh, magic can't put you to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Ian Fear, you watch Wreck Bloodstone and Tess both kind of conk out. Val'faelen. Okay. Val'faelen also seems to kind of fall limp.
I'll look to the two as they fall and then look back at this demon and say, "You already had the knights. You didn't need to try and press on this further."
One of the one of the guards sort of walks up, and he's going to make an attack roll against you. It's going to be a hit. So this will be 6 plus 24 damage. Is that at least half your hit points?
Yes.
You're unconscious. So he sort of smacks you upside the head with the blunt part of his hilt, and you immediately fall unconscious, feeling that pain at the back of your head.
Oh, huh. I wonder if I could have done this as a reaction.
Hmm?
Oh, it's just a bonus action. It's not a reaction.
Well, bonus action. I think you can. What was it? What are you thinking about doing?
So I just sort of like teleport out of the way.
Oh wow, with only a verbal component, huh?
Well, I don't even need that because I have I have basically my little magic trinket on me.
Ah, okay, yeah, that can work. So you teleport out of it. No hit points lost.
Let's see.
All of a sudden, all of the guards now have brandished their weapons. One of them picks up the head of Val and places the blade at his throat, signaling you to surrender.
I'm going to raise an eyebrow and say, "We were already surrendered."
Another of the guards moves over and readies his blade to attempt to knock you out again. That is a crit. Ooh, how much HP do you have?
Not that much.
Ian Fear drops. All right. So before long, Ian Fear, you can go ahead and set your HP at 0. However, you do stabilize. Because when you awaken, you are in a new place. Go ahead and... There we go. You awaken in a new place. As your eyes open, You seem to be in a sort of cage. Oh yeah, this is definitely a cage. You see your companions around you. Cyrene is also here.
Are these individual cages or?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Are you awake? The voice of Val'faelen.
Yeah, I'm up.
Keep your voice down.
Oh.
There are guards. I got a good look at the place on the way in. It is a twisting maze of caverns.
Looking at the bars, how big are they? Like,
they're pretty standard looking bars. Looks like a, normal weakened humanoid probably couldn't get through.
how did they keep the ferry in?
They're pretty tight bars. They're numerous.
All right.
Like, she doesn't look like she could squeeze through.
I'll step up. Is there like a door? How do they look like they open?
There is a door. It is locked tight, of course.
Tess comes up to the bars and says, Tess is sorry, guys. Do you see Ian Fear from here?
Yes, you can see everyone, yeah.
She says, how is everyone doing?
I'm a little busted up, but I'll live.
I'm in pain, but
I can see
I'm
all
fine.
of you.
Yes, you can see everyone through the bars. You guys start to hear footsteps from around the corner.
Tess kind of lays back down on the tile and closes her eyes. Just in case.
As you okay, for everybody else keeping their eyes open, a sort of a smaller looking creature covered in these thorns, or in these these like thorny sort of scales, walks around the corner, sees that you all are awake, and sort of snickers. He stops. He's just kind of hanging out. It is not your fault, Tess. Val'faelen kind of looks back over toward the devil. Looks up at Wreck Bloodstone. Is everyone accounted for?
Looking around like, yeah, I guess we're all here.
Opens her eyes again, and is Misku in there? She says, Tess doesn't see Misku.
And Cyrene says, Misku's not here.
Do you know what happened to Misku?
I do not.
So the bars are small enough to contain a fairy inside it?
That must be really small.
It's not that they're small enough, it's the way that they're spaced out. They're spaced out as such that she can't fit through.
She can still do like acid splash. Would that even have any kind of effect on the metal floor?
Don't know. On the floor? Maybe. After a time, the demon, or the devil, sorry, sort of just takes off back around the corner.
Tess, take this moment to drop a circle of healing to try and get Ian Fear a little bit more healed along with everyone else.
What does Circle of Healing entail?
Component is V. Does that mean
Verbal?
voice? Yeah, verbal. It's just verbal. It's just one of my spells.
Yeah, you can chant a prayer to your god.
Right, Tess quietly chants. This should heal anyone in the room who is missing HP because it's up to 6 people.
Okay. So everybody takes 35 in healing.
I think it's.
Nice.
Oh wow, you got max plus the. So you got actually it's a total of 53.
Yeah, sorry, 53. So everybody's at full health.
Nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say, or I guess I'll look up to Val once it looks like we're at least just to ourselves at the moment and say, do you know how long we've been in here?
We've been here a few hours. Or maybe it just seems that way. You all were out for some time. They
So
failed to
go ahead.
knock me out.
All right, so this is going to be more of a question to you as GM. Then is, I guess, how much time would have elapsed then that we've been in here?
You have no way of telling.
No, I understand, but like,
You don't feel rested, if that's what you mean.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel
Anyway.
rested at all. However, you're behind bars at the moment. I guess you could take a rest if you wanted to.
Yeah, Tess would opt to probably sleep for a while at this point.
We need to.
My spell
We need
slots
to
are a
gather
little
our
weakened.
thoughts. And
Tess, you want to just hop into the corner of the cage and take a nap then?
Yeah, Tess is gonna kind of slink to this like back corner, and she's just gonna curl up and hold her tail and go to sleep.
As Val'faelen sees you do that, he sort of backs into the corner as well, and he says, Tess has a point. It has been a long day. We should get some rest, and perhaps we can find a way out of this mess after that. Is everybody down with taking a rest?
Yes, I need to get some
yeah,
spell slots
we
back.
need to. Yeah.
I'm down for it, but at first I want to look around. Is there any signs of rats or any types of other animals that have been in this dungeon?
Rats or any other types of animals? Sure.
Yeah.
There appear to be the signs of various rodents.
All right. I am going to use one of my beast things, my spirit seeker, and I will, as a ritual, sit down and do speak with animals.
Okay.
So it takes me about 10 minutes of concentration.
Okay.
While people are resting, that's fine. And at this point, I'm going to try to squeak and chicker out to see if I can't get another animal to show up.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay, and bam.
Oh, do you have inspiration?
Yes, I'll use my
Okay.
inspiration for this.
Yeah.
All right,
because
go ahead.
I am not going out like that. Let's try again. No!
What the hell? No! What the fuck, digital dice? Go to dice jail.
Go to dice jail.
All right.
So you know, after a time, you're making noise. You do manage to catch the sort of a glimpse of some eyes in through the darkness, sort of emanating from the corner over here. But they appear to be afraid of you, and they don't approach.
My charismatic charms did not work.
If the
All right.
guards end up being nice enough to feed us, maybe you can leave some food out and try to charm them again.
That's true. That would give you advantage.
Okay. Then at that, then I shall rest.
All right, everybody, go ahead and put in your points as though you've had a long rest.
Bing, 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 ding.
You awaken, and the guard is once again in the room, just staring.
The guard have any keys on his person that Tess can see after approaching the bars and having a good look?
Not that you can see. He sort of walks in front of you, Tess, and he's like looking you up and down.
Tess smiles and waves at him.
You will make a good addition to the army.
The army? She says back, kind of like cocking her head to the side in question.
And he kind of walks off.
Tess does not like the sound of this, she says out loud while thinking.
He proceeds around the corner once again. Well, it sounds as though that they intend to forcibly enlist us. I wonder how they intend to manage our cooperation.
Could be some kind of spell. Seemed like most of the guards were on auto mode.
That's fair, yeah. That's... Hopefully not. Can anyone think of a way out of this?
I'm looking at the latch or the gate. Is it locked? How's it? What's it look like?
It's got a lock on it.
Is it
Looks
like
like
an
a-
internal mechanism, or is it a separate padlock on a lock bar?
It's a separate padlock.
The outside of the door?
Yes.
Okay. I have to go feed the dog. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You also see Val'faelen sort of reach through the bars as best he can. It's very tight fit, but he sort of gets his forearm out there and feels around at the lock. Oh, if only I had my tools.
I'll see if I can do the same thing.
So yeah, you feel just like I described. There's a separate padlock on front of the door.
Tess kind of examines her surroundings to see if there are any rocks, or like, is the floor made out of like tile? Like,
It is sort of a stone tile, and I'm willing to say you'd be able to find a rock down here. Yeah.
okay. She starts kind of just crawling around on her hands and knees, looking around for not like a big rock, but like one that she can kind of just hold in her hand. A good medium size, like her palm sized rock.
Hmm. Yeah, you're able to find one.
Okay. She just wants to give it a test with like kind of wrapping her arms around the outside if she can, to see if she can kind of like hit the padlock from the outside, if she can fit her hand through.
You can fit your hand through, but you can't hit it with any meaningful force.
Think for a moment.
Val'faelen sort of grips two of the bars in front of him and he pulls with all of his might.
Sorry, I took a short step away.
We're trying to
Before we
figure
start
out how to get out with the
I was
padlocks.
gonna say, before we start pulling at these bars, do we see any sort of like mechanisms that can control these doors to unlock them?
The doors themselves each have an individual padlock.
Okay.
Looking at Cyrene, Tess says, Cyrene, does your acid work? Would you possibly give it a try on padlock or the bars or the floor to see if we can maybe can burrow out and help?
Cyrene kind of gives, and I will go ahead and it's a general area of attack. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a broad acid splash.
All right. Let's see. We got a DC 15. Bars can't dexterity save, so they automatically take this damage. Can you link your acid splash in the chat?
I think so. Oh.
So I see Val'faelen also try to wrench the bars. Rec will do that as well.
There it is. Go ahead and roll a strength save, or a strength check, sorry.
Okay. Using my aspect of the beast, I'm going to take advantage on the strength check to push, pull, lift, or break objects.
Excellent.
So just
moment.
straight strength, or?
Yeah, just a straight strength check. Oh yeah, you bend the crap out of those bars, actually.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You get enough room you think you could fit through.
All right. Is it is it noticeably bent? Like, should I take advantage of this now, or if the guy steps back in, he may not notice?
Oh, it's noticeably bent.
Okay. And I'm gonna squeeze on through then.
Okay. The acid splash splashes up against the bars for 8 damage. Yeah, I'll say you get at least a hole in these bars big enough that you can fit through.
Okay, so she'll kind of fly out and do a little victory jingle. And then
All right.
fly over
Go ahead and move
where
yourself
Tess
out.
is.
Val's going to go ahead and make another attempt at bending these bars.
I would like to aid him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your strength check as well. We're going to do a combined strength check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So Val's able to also fit through. So you guys are completely unarmed, and also you have nothing at all on you. Rek, I'll attempt to help Ian Fear. Can you help Tess bend the bars?
All right.
No need to help me. I can get out myself.
What do you have, Ian Fear?
I have Misty Step.
Go ahead.
And I just sort of walk on, or I just sort of like, basically disappeared in a cloud and then reappear sort of just like right here. Or maybe right here to look around.
We have an 11 and an 18. Tess, we bend the bars enough to allow you out as well.
Tess carefully fits her horns through the bars first, because those can be the hardest sometimes, and then slips through and dusts herself off and says, "Thank you."
It is good that no cage can contain us.
Well, the cage may not, but these knights are formidable, and the things that control them may be even more so.
Indeed. We should remain cautious. In fear, you hear nothing of any import from around the corner.
So, yeah, so I'm taking a few moments to listen. I'm going to say, there doesn't appear to be any sounds. We might be in the clear for the moment.
Val moves up behind Ian Fear. Do you guys want to go ahead and roll an initiative at this point so that we can have a dungeon initiative? One moment. Let me open up the turn order and clear it. Give me one moment, please.
Okay.
Okay. If everyone could click on their character before they roll set initiative. All right, we're just missing Cyrene, I think. Oh, there we go. All right, Tess, you're up first.
Kind of hanging behind Reg, she says, "Tess will be back here behind Bearman."
All right, Ian Fear.
So I'm going to look to Val and say, I'm going to take point to try to look ahead, because if worse comes to worse, I can use my abilities to pop right back to us.
I'm at your back.
All right, so we'll start moving around slowly. First here.
Looking down the hallway, you see that it is clear. There's another hallway off to the right. It looks like over here.
So I'm going to slowly start sneaking forward while as I gesture to Val to follow behind.
You gonna roll a stealth?
Yes.
Okay. You have no gear, so go ahead and take advantage on your stealth check. In fact, you're completely stark fucking naked.
Well, so and because I'm so naked, no one can see me. I'm John Cena.
As you walk, you hear the
Then booty cheeks clapping.
Nah, man. Here.
I know, Ian, if you got
That's
that
my
thing
dick.
banging. Got that cake.
Yeah, that's great. Go ahead. You are
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be 30 feet there.
okay.
And I guess that's my turn.
Cyrene, you're up next.
All right, so I'm going to.
What? You cut off.
Oh, I was just saying Cyrene was moving forward to here. And that's her turn.
Wreckbloodstone.
All right. Wreck will go ahead and move forward. Peek around the corner.
Around the corner, you see your two friends and nothing more.
Okay.
Are you trying to stealth, or are you trying to?
Yeah.
go
Let me.
normally?
Let me.
With advantage, because you're fucking stark naked.
All right.
Everyone is, by the way. You have no gear whatsoever.
Becky.
All right. Well, I'm just hanging out at the corner for now, waiting for Tess and them to catch up.
Okay. Val'faelen also make the stealth. And he brushes up past both of you. Whoop. Wrong thing here. All right. Tess, you're up.
Tess is just going to walk out to the door frame right here.
Okay. Are you also stealthing or no? Go ahead and roll it.
Advantage? Becky?
Yes, with advantage. Okay. Wait, why did that? Okay. It didn't clear these off. All right, there we go. Ian Fear, you're up.
Okay, so it looks like it goes to the right and also further down.
I'd just like to point out to everybody that if you approach the corner and you're kind of like one away from it, you can peek around the corner. That's something that's possible. Do.
All right, well, first I'm going to come up here, see, and sort of peek around, see what I see.
You peek around the corner and you see you see, let's say, two figures inside of more of the more of the cages, just like the ones that you were in the previous room.
In the cages?
That's right.
All right, so I'm going to sort of turn back to Val, put my finger up and say, shh. some others like us. Caged ahead and to the right.
They appear to be smaller.
Do you think it would be worth it to try to set them free as well?
I believe that our first goal should be to find our equipment, or some equipment.
Maybe, but they may have a better understanding of where our things may be.
Prisoners, though. Perhaps we could come back.
Perhaps. All right. I'm going to.
I leave the decision up to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and. I'm gonna go ahead and go into into this area.
Okay. Are you still trying to be stealth?
Yes.
All right. So against the, can you see okay in there?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
they're a little darkened, but it's fine.
Okay. They're so they don't the creatures that are in these cages don't seem to notice you at all. It seems that the one to your right is asleep, as is the one. Well, both of the ones to your right are asleep, and the other is kind of just sitting up against the cage, mumbling to himself in sort of a gruff kind of language. Do you understand Dwarvish?
I don't think I do. Not naturally, anyway.
Okay. So he's talking in a language that you do not understand. From what you can see of the one here, he appears to be Durgar.
All right. Well, 5, 10, 20. I'm gonna come back out, and then I will look to the others and say, they appear to be Durgars. If, but they also appear to be asleep, so I don't believe it to be worth saving right now. We should move on.
Then let's move on.
And then that's actually going to be, that is the full movement for me.
Cyrene.
So Cyrene is going to continue to move forward a little bit more, just go a little bit further past Ian, not too far, not to get too close to something that we might not want to trigger just yet.
There's
Be...
there's a corner from around which you hear footsteps.
Okay, so definitely going to stop there and look around back and say, I hear something in a very hushed voice.
Can you go ahead and roll your stealth check, please?
Okay. Doop, doop, doop.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Wreck Bloodstone. It's just, it rolls off the tongue.
Gonna gauge on my distances real quick. I'm just gonna move up ever so stealthily. Stop there. I glance down the hallway just to see, and do I see the Dwergar or?
You do see the Durgar.
Okay.
Like I said, they appear to be sleeping. Well, this one appears to be sleeping, and the one back in the corner here, you can kind of see his head moving, and he's sort of chanting to himself. You can hear that pretty
Can I
clearly.
make that out?
You speak Dwarven?
Aye.
He says something about he says something about rules. He says something about now I'm in this cage.
So what do I know of Duragar?
You know that they mostly exist in basically in the sort of the under reaches of the world. They tend to stick to caves and the very deep recesses of the world. They seem to be very out of place here. Mostly, because they're from the material plane, and this is a completely different plane of existence. But you wouldn't think that such things would be here. You thought that this realm would have been exclusive to demons and devils and the like, and the souls of the fallen and whatnot.
Okay. But like, I have no preconceived notion of what they're like, or I haven't heard any stories like, well, they're a bunch of jerks, or they're good, or anything that would sway me one way or the other.
As far as the ones that you've heard of that like they're not completely without those few who do live among the general population, but they do tend to be subject to discrimination, which can often and very unfortunately turn them toward lives of crime and things like that. However, it was also a Duragar who attacked your tribe. So there's that as well.
All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much if we're moving on then. Yeah, so I get up to Cyrene and like, is there anything there? Trying to whisper as best I can.
And Cyrene will say, just some footsteps.
Any other actions, Rack?
If I can, I will peek up just to that corner and take a look.
Yes, you can. So he kind of shuffles just past you and peeks around the corner. You don't see anything immediately, but you hear the footsteps that that she was talking about.
Okay, then I will take my place again and just wait it out.
Val'faelen moves up behind everyone. Tess, you're up.
Tess is just going to continue trying to tiptoe her way along behind Val'faelen and come to a stop. Roll my stealth.
Actually, your stealth check from earlier is still active.
Okay, I'm still stealth. We good.
Yep.
Okay.
Cyrene, you finally see the figure of a small, humanoid. It looks to be a dwarf. Poke out from around the corner. He shuffles into this barrel, places what looks to be several pieces of cloth inside, and closes it tight.
Cyrene will watch, but keep quiet about it so as not to distract them.
Ianfear, you're up.
All right. Well, we're all gathered around to sort of take a peek around this corner.
It is dark here. All right, so you move up and you peer around the corner. I don't know why I'm seeing the light change, but I'm not seeing your token change. There you go. So you see the dwarf. He is facing toward this barrel here. He does not seem to notice you.
Well, 3, 4, 5.
As you observe him, his actions seem to betray that he, he appears physically exhausted, as though he is overworked. His arms droop, and he kind of walks with a hunch.
I will. Well, I guess I'll look back to the others and say, we may not have our items, but I still have my magic. What should we do with the weary person in the next room?
Any ideas?
This is unfortunately kind of useless without all of her materials.
I can fight just about as well naked as I can with a weapon. Flex.
As can I.
Tess points out that she has thaumaturgy available at her disposal, but
Somatic.
other than heals, not much else.
However, without your arcane focus, Ian Fear, you're quite limited in the type of spells that you can pull off.
I can't use anything that
Anything
requires
with a material
materials.
component. Yes, that's correct.
But a lot of these are really well. Actually,
The same goes for you,
say,
Cyrene, because you have no material components. Unless it's something that you can find in your immediate vicinity.
Let me see. Was it under this one? Oh, never mind. Okay, no, never mind. I was thinking something else. So without what? That really is. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I kind of want to judge. I kind of want to go up to him and see if he'd be willing to help us because of all this overworking.
From what you could tell from the blacksmiths that you met previously and the other Durgar workers, well, let's just say that remains to be seen. At the end of your turn, I am going to need you to move out of that space, though, because that is
yes,
where
I will. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring back an old favorite. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. So move up to here, and I think it's time we made a friend here. And luckily, this is just verbal and somatic.
You let me open up the character sheet for him?
Let me.
Okay.
Is it maybe because I have it popped out?
No, it's me.
Oh, for your guy?
It wouldn't let me open up his character sheet.
You need to use the bathroom. I'm gonna shower.
Oof. That is an 18.
I was gonna say, how's it on advantage?
Dirigar Resilience.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Uh, let me see what I. Well, on the other hand, let's see if this lets me do what I think it does. This thing. Yeah, no, that's. Well, hold on. What was my? So his is in. Spell save DC. Well, I mean, I guess I might as well.
What's that?
I was gonna say, so before we've determined whether or not it actually has the ability to do so. And then
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
nah, no, it still succeeds.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I need my arcane focus more than I thought. That is my turn.
As you do that, he flips around, kind of scans the area, but doesn't seem to notice you.
And yeah, that's my full that's my turn.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene will fearfully turn here.
Say again.
Sorry. I'm still getting used to my headset. Cyrene will fearfully turn this corner here and move out onto this space about right here, still staying behind Ian Fear, and that will be her turn.
Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. So Rex gonna go ahead and move up. All right, and he doesn't seem to notice us yet.
Not yet. You're still shrouded in dark. He's looking at Ian Fear, but doesn't seem to notice him right away.
Okay.
Ian Fear, you've got a limited amount of time before he notices you. Val'faelen moves up to the corner, but doesn't move past it. Tess, you're up.
Keeping with the rest of the party.
I would like to. No, I would. I just like. I still have the movement, but I'm not wanting to give ourselves away. But I'm ready to rush this guy if need be.
Just moves up and stays behind Val.
All right.
Okay.
You see the Dirigar kind of start to look around. Decides there's nothing before him, and he sort of moves off back toward the corner. Walking. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ian Fear, that's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move over. It looks like there's some sort of hallway leading to my
There's
right.
a hallway leading down. Or yeah, to your right.
So I'm gonna stand at this corner, sort of peek down the hallway
over here, in the room, you actually see a rack of weapons. There are also various crates, sacks. You notice the sack that looks similar to the one that you guys were carrying before. You also see a set of backpacks and things like that are all kind of thrown up against the wall. It looks like this might be your gear.
All right. So I'm gonna look over back to Cyrene and the others, and I'm gonna point sort of towards, I guess, my north from where I'm looking.
Val'faelen
Basic
says.
towards the corner, and then bring my finger up, but to point towards the direction where I saw the Duragar headed.
Rick. We'll have to stop him from screaming, but I'll be right behind you.
And I think that'll be my turn.
Okay, Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene is going to just move up. There shouldn't be any gear of hers there, so she's right next to Infir, and that will be her turn.
Okay, so you kind of are hovering just in front of a table, which looks like it has a dagger sitting upon it.
How big is the dagger? Is it Cyrene sized, or is it like bigger than?
It would be like short sword size for you, so you could wield it.
Okay, so Cyrene's going to take that if possible.
Okay. Yeah, she can take it. Nothing too special here, just a dagger. So let me go ahead and add that to your inventory.
Thank you.
Actually, you already have a dagger, so it's
Oh,
the
that was
dagger. You can roll that.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, if everybody in their character sheet for the time being could unequip everything, you can do that simply by. Wow, that doesn't work. You can do that simply by unchecking the item in your list. This will just give us a better idea of things like armor class when it comes to it. So Cyrene, for you, that would mean unchecking everything except for the dagger.
I cannot find my
Doing
armor.
that now.
I guess it's the scholar's outfit?
Wait, what's that?
Because I couldn't find my armor. It's still saying I have armor class 12.
Yeah, that's fine. Your armor class is partially based on your dexterity.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just as an important note, one of the things that was in my gear were 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
So
You don't have those right now.
No. But I'm saying when we get to those, like that might become important, especially if Tess is running low on her magic.
Cyrene, any other actions here?
Nope, I'm good.
Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. All right, Valen. I'm going to move with you. I'm going to reach up. I'm going to grab him. All right? So I'm basically going to drop myself in the initiative order to like ride it at his same go. That way we can move up at the same time.
Okay. So you can either take your movement now and then we can kind of call it happening at the same time. That's fine because these things and technically happen 1 second after the other. So
Okay. Then I am going to move forward and attempt to grab hold of him.
all right, go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage. All right, we have an opposing strength check coming from the... He fails that. You have grappled him and covered his mouth.
Okay.
He tries to cry out, but nothing.
All right, then I'm just kind of... Can I position myself around? That way it gives Valen enough room to come in and hit him if need be.
Yes, I'll let you do that.
All right.
Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar, if you're attempting to do bludgeoning, like you're trying to knock him out or something like that, or incapacitate him, you must do at least half of his damage in, or half of his HP in damage in just, bludgeoning and other type of damage. So your normal weapon rolls or attack rolls will work. If you're rolling an attack roll that is an unarmed strike, you'll be rolling just a strength check for that. And that is basically your attack roll. Your damage on those, I believe, is a 1d4. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And you can take as many as you have for levels. So it counts. One unarmed strike is just like any other strike.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, Val's going to move up behind you. He's actually going to go ahead and drop his stealth for this. And he is going to attempt to... Yeah, he's going to make a couple unarmed strikes against this. Oh, that was a save. I'm so sorry. That should have been a check. Actually, let's call that with advantage because he is grappled. So 15, that is a hit. And then let's roll one more. This will be advantage again. Alternatively, you can also make a dexterity for the attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll also be with advantage if you don't want to make the check. All right. So both of those hit. I'm going to go ahead and roll 2 1d4 plus your strength modifier. So what's my strength modifier is 4. 6 and 5. All right, so we have so Val'faelen reels back and punches him twice, right sort of in the abdomen, in his face. There's a muffled scream as he tries to call out once more. Tess, you're up.
All right. Hearing this, Tess is just going to round the corner and then stop right here and kind of examine what's going on.
So Rek kind of has this. Rek is grappled with this Duragar. He's got his mouth covered, and Val'faelen, you see him like punch him twice as you walk in.
Okay.
Any other actions here?
I scan the room. Where was he throwing? Where's all the equipment at right now?
There seems to be a let me unstealth you guys. There is a rack of weapons here in the corner. There are some various crates, and there appears to be a bag on the floor here that looks like kind of familiar. As well, there are some backpacks kind of up against the wall over here that appear like they may be yours.
Okay, but the whole plan here was that we were gonna try to knock this guy out, like.
It seems to be what Val'faelen's up to at the moment.
Okay. Seeing what's going on, can Tess assist with trying to land a blow to this dude's head or something just to knock him out?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll a strength check or a dexterity check, whichever one you'd like to roll to make your attack, your unarmored attack.
This is just a normal roll. Or is it
With advantage.
With advantage, okay.
Yeah, because he's grappled. 12 is a hit. Go ahead and so to roll damage, you'll roll 1d4 plus either your strength or your dexterity modifier, whichever one.
Modifier is the big number.
The big number,
Okay.
yes. Six, and he passes out.
Right, good job, guys.
So he falls limp, and stops fighting back, and he dead weights. You can tell that he has been knocked out.
Okay, I don't
So
let him fully go to the ground. I kind of ease him down.
Ease him down, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's very easy for you. No check needed for that.
Okay.
So you sort of ease him to the floor and lay him flat. Val'faelen says, "Perhaps we should move him in case he begins to snore."
We can drag his body around the corner, like right here, right? Like
Sure, you can place it
way
into the
back
corner here. Yeah,
No,
you could really drag it anywhere.
All right, let's move him over to this chair and prop him up.
That happens.
All right. No, he's just napping.
Easy. Rek, as you brush by the bag that's on the floor there, you notice it is indeed the bag of various armor and weapons that you were carrying before. So at this point, you guys can kind of take your pick of that. Yeah.
All right.
All right, yeah, we'll check out all these bags and see if Tess can
if we-
find her stuff or anyone else's.
Let's go ahead and
Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna tell everyone, hey, you guys might want to duck down real quick. Well, I mean, except for Cyrene, but get low and then sort of gonna raise his hand up into the air and use the recall spell that was used on the dagger from that gem.
That dagger flies off of the weapon rack here and proceeds into your hand.
It's gonna be that feels a lot better. And then yeah, let's go get our stuff.
Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check.
Let's say I'm gonna go ahead and do Tides of Chaos to make this with advantage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your second. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We got a 13. An 18 from Cyrene. 10 perception, okay. All right. So you guys do locate all of your equipment. So you can go ahead and re-equip everything.
Excellent.
Is there any gear that's like not being used? That because I might actually need some armor. I think
Our
I've
bag
gone
of
this whole time
weapons
without-
and whatnot that we dropped in here too.
Yes, there is a bag of weapons and various armor and stuff. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to kind of crack open the other the other gear that was dropped from last time. So Rek, you should have a ton of it on your person. Val is actually going to take some time to don this plate armor that he picked up before.
Yeah.
So he's going to take some time to kind of put that on.
Yeah, there was a half
What I'm-
plate for me as well, so I'm going to put that on.
He
I think I'm
gestures
gonna be
to
looking for some leather armor or something like that. See if there's anything like that around here.
Yeah,
He gestures,
I can hand you a leather +2.
he gestures to Tess. If you wouldn't mind, I could use your assistance.
I'm actually gonna. I think I'm gonna actually.
Go with helping to get the armor on.
Yeah, it's plate mail, so it has to be
Okay.
strapped on and all of that.
Tessa starts strapping them up.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave behind this scholar's outfit because it's just got too much weight.
You can hand stuff off to the other party members as well if you need to.
Yeah, just hand it to me.
Yeah. All right. So it's just called scholar's outfit.
That's fancy looking.
Yeah, you can grab it from the compendium and drag it into your. You should be able to.
Okay. Half-plate.
So otherwise, he also among the bags, there's like some leather armor +2. There's like a longbow +2. There are 2 +2 heavy crossbows. There's some warhammer +2s, spear +2, a shield. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Scimitar, dagger +2, quarterstaff +2.
Take the
Oh, wow.
quarterstaff +2 if that's available.
I will go ahead and hand off these component pouches to Tess. I've got 3 of them.
These are pouches with various spell components in them.
Yeah,
Component pouches. Okay. How many do you hand me?
3.
Okay.
There's also a mace +2 that Val has if anybody wants that.
Can
Oh, I'll take
I?
it.
Dagger, crossbow,
I have a mace
quarterstaff,
on me, so
sling.
I'll just trade mine.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to leave behind your current mace?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete that out of his inventory. You can go ahead and add it to yours. Val also straps his great sword to his back. He's also carrying a long sword and a shield now.
Cyrene, can you use a crossbow?
That is a good question. I don't think so. How would I know?
What kind of
if you look
crossbow?
under your, it's a light crossbow. It's under the weapon proficiencies area.
I can use a light crossbow. Yeah.
She can use a light crossbow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, unless we already have another crossbow +2, like I can pass her my crossbow +1.
There's a heavy crossbow +2, but there are no light crossbows.
Yeah. So I'll pass her my light crossbow +1.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go ahead and add that to your inventory, Cyrene.
Okay. How do I do that?
So
if you open your character sheet and then you go to the thing at the top that has the eye like information, that's the compendium. You can search for it in there and then drag it onto your character sheet, and that should work.
Okay.
Should put it in there. All right. So like I said, Rec also has several of these like leather armor +2, I think.
Yeah. So whoever needs one of those.
Half plate armor +2. I see you're wearing that. See, I know we're just trying to kind of don equipment and whatnot. But we've got a little bit of time here, a little bit of a window. You don't need to check all the leather armors and stuff. I believe that means you equip them. So basically, just check the stuff that you like wear on your person.
Yeah, all this time I haven't had any armor, so. But then again, I don't know that I actually have proficiency in it, so.
You don't have any armor proficiencies?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else taking armor or weapons? Tess, did you want the like the quarterstaff +2, or do you want to just hang on to your quarterstaff?
I'll take the quarterstaff +2.
Okay. So you can go ahead and remove that from your inventory, Rec.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and add that, Tess. There's also, like I said, I think he still has 4 pieces of leather armor +2. There's like a scimitar, a dagger +2, longbow, mace, 2 heavy crossbows, a spear, and a warhammer, all +2.
I'll keep my scale mail.
How do I delete
Well,
lines?
I'll take one of those +2 daggers, but I am going to keep my +1 dagger with me because that's my sentimental one. But
Oh, are you trying to delete it?
Yeah.
Click the lock at the lower right,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll unlock everything. And then
Okay. Perfect.
yeah, it'll give you the option to trash it.
All right. Somebody took a +2 dagger.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then some. Yeah, cool. Okay. Anybody else?
How
Going
do
once?
I add stuff to here? Like I've got a shield put in, but it's just it's one I've typed in, so it doesn't have any of the stat bonuses.
Oh yeah, you would have gotten a shield +2. So go ahead and shield +2. Yeah, go ahead and add your shield +2. This will be just from the compendium. If you click on the eye at the very top, on the right-hand side where the chat is, you can type in shield.
Okay.
And it should say shield +2 should be one of the ones that comes up, and you can just drag it right in. Drag it right on top of your character sheet and drop it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done this part before.
Let me know if you have any trouble with that.
Okay.
Did it work? Is it not working?
Still says searching.
Sorry, just making sure it's got the things differentiated correctly.
Here you go. I got it.
Yeah, it says no
Okay.
results found, so I don't know what I did wrong.
Yeah, I'll check on that. Maybe I'm not sharing it correctly. So I dragged in the shield +2. I'm going to go ahead and trash your shield, your regular shield.
No, I
There we
can't
go.
trash that. That's my family shield.
Oh, do you need it back?
I'll just
I got it. It's there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
And
All equipment has been donned. You guys are now fully clothed and armed. Tess, you start to hear some banter coming from the east over here, down the hallway. As well, I'd like to point out, in your searching, you were also able to find, Ian Fear, some various cloths, some various like silk sort of like cloths, some very fancy cloth. Excuse me. And Cyrene, you find 200 Tears of the Fallen, which is a type of currency. You can just add that to your inventory under item name.
Nice. Thank you.
Cool. Well, that is all the time that we've got for this session. I will see you all next week. So be sure to join us for the next episode of New Dalancia, our D&D 5th edition campaign. Remember that happens every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Or I'm sorry, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. And also be sure to check out Deep Space Transmissions Elite Dangerous that happens on Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. on this very channel. I hope to see you all there. And until next time, this is VGpunx, the video game punk, and I'm signing off. Keep a song in your heart.